Hey everybody, long time no see. It is Michael. Welcome. A lot has happened in cryptocurrency as of late. Bitcoin has fallen. Oh no, what's happened? Well, Mt. Gox started selling cryptocurrency and there was a lot of events regarding that. But it is almost the halfway mark in a couple days here. It's the 12th. Actually, no, I'm sorry, it's the 13th. And we got a lot going on in cryptocurrency. I thought, let's chat about that. This past week, I have fulfilled one of my life dreams. Nothing too crazy, but yeah, I feel pretty great about that. So let's get into the news. There has been a lot of news recently, and mainly it is due to why did cryptocurrency fall so hard? From, hey, we're going to get past 70,000, everything's going to be great, we're going to hit 80,000, to we're back below 60. We're in the 50s. What's going on here, folks? Well, Mt. Gox, this has been a very long time coming for these very unlucky folks, or lucky in some cases, that yes, woohoo, they're getting their money back, but unlucky because they had to wait, well, years. We're talking about a decade here, essentially. You are still, if you're a Mt. Gox investor, original investor, still most likely not seeing your money up until maybe later this month, maybe later next month, or September. So it's going to take a while before you're going to see that money. But some people are already receiving their payments. And it still sucks because you were receiving what is technically it's worth, but due to Bitcoin's rise, you could have made a lot more money and you lost a whole lot of stress and time and with the lawsuit and whatnot. But whatever, you're getting your money back. Okay, fantastic. Well, here comes the other thing. Due to these Mt. Gox investors getting their money back, we're talking about billions of dollars at stake here. There's a lot of panic in the markets because that's a lot of Bitcoin. People who have been waiting for their money for a very long time, what are they going to do? Or are they going to keep their crypto? Maybe some of them, but other people need that money. They needed that money 10 years ago. They needed that money now, yesterday, last week, a very long time ago. They want to sell that thing as soon as they get it. The very second they get it, that's what I'd do. I'd sell it because if I was in a situation where, hey, suddenly a lot of money is coming back into my hands and I have debts, I have bankruptcy, I have bills to pay, I've got kids to feed, I've got 100 million different reasons of why I need that money. Yes, I'm going to go onto the markets and I may not sell all of it. I may keep a fair portion, but I'm going to sell something. And when you're talking about tens of thousands of people suddenly logging in and sell, that's a lot of selling pressure. That impacts the markets. And that's not the only event. There's so many macro and micro events happening on a daily basis. That is a huge impact, though. In addition to that, you've got the German government, Saxony, a region in Germany. They have confiscated a fair amount of cryptocurrency, approximately $3 billion worth of cryptocurrency. That's a lot. And they sold approximately 95%, and they've been selling for a little bit here. This month has been hit hard. So this is where the first Mt. Gox Bitcoin payment transactions have been sent. This is when the German Saxony government has decided to sell off their stash of $3 billion seized in Bitcoin, whether it is from markets, whether it is from interesting criminals who for one way or another receive that cryptocurrency, whether it's scamming, hacking, or again, markets, DNM, Hansa, and all that stuff. If you watched Avi, you certainly know what's going on there. Germany has had many ways to access this cryptocurrency, and they want to be able to make good use of this money now. So what they've done is they have decided, all right, let's sell it all. And that's exactly what they're doing. And this is creating even more selling pressure. And then you have this weird limbo that we're in, that yes, we're after the halving, but it's before this major rise. There's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of stressful factors before the elections. And unfortunately, there was an event that happened today. Very unfortunate. I will touch on that at the end of this video. What happened today is just, it's a crazy situation. And it's very, very saddening. There's been an update, and honestly, it's a terrible situation. But all of these things play into the markets. The markets do not care. They have no emotions. They will fluctuate. But the people who manipulate these markets, there's a lot of emotion. There's tons of emotion on a daily basis. And unlike the stock market, cryptocurrency is 24/7. It's going. And all these little things in combination with interest rates, with what's going on with the economy in America right now, and on a global scale, the world's trying to recover past COVID. And COVID's been a little bit ago, but there's still certain factors that have remained, and they will remain for the next couple of years, and they're impacting all the markets that we are currently investing in. So politics, the past cryptocurrency environment, the past scams, the past exchanges that fell. You've got also FTX now. Now, you will have approximately $16 billion coming back for the FTX investors who are able to recover almost all of their funds, if not all of their funds, technically. Similar situation to the Mt. Gox. Actually, they might even be in a better situation because they're going to receive their money in a much faster time frame than with the Mt. Gox investors. And that could create selling pressure, or it could create opportunity as well, because again, unlike the Mt. Gox investors where they've been waiting for a very long time to get their money back, these investors are very happy because now, hey, they're getting their money and crypto is going to be booming, and they realize that most likely Bitcoin's going to go up and they might keep it. And that's also what I'm thinking, that some of the wealthier individuals from Mt. Gox are probably going to keep their Bitcoin, at least for a portion of it, because they're concerned with, hey, if I get it right now at $59,000, but then it goes up to $100,000, I could just simply wait 6 months for it to double, right? So you have a lot of events currently ongoing. You had a lot of news recently regarding the Saxony thing. Saxony, one of the states of Germany, they are kind of forced to sell this due to criminal proceedings, mainly from movie2k.to, which was a website that was part of money laundering. Where did this money come from? Really from the markets and other things involved in criminal enterprises. But you have this situation where a potentially volatile asset, volatile in the eyes of the main public, you have a government where they want their money, they want it now. There's criminal proceedings, there's a judge who rules, hey, yes, you must liquidate, and that's what happens. Now, they most likely were doing it too quickly because up to $200 million of what they were trying to sell out of the total $3 billion, and they're not done yet. So they were selling hundreds of millions at a time. It's about a 3-week process. They received $200 million back from the exchanges. They were sending tons of money to the exchanges, and there was simply not enough demand to purchase all of this Bitcoin crypto. It's very interesting. Justin Sun even came out and he said, I want to purchase some cryptocurrency from Saxony to alleviate these selling pressures. But ultimately, I think that was just a marketing ploy. So you have this situation where that's ending. Mt. Gox is starting and will be ending within the next couple of months here. You have the election and all the turmoil and events regarding that. You have a world that's generally recovering from COVID, and you have interest rates and now a fluctuation from, hey, the Fed wants to focus solely on inflation to let's go back to the job market and what's happening there, because there's certainly a lot of problems. And I'm excited because we're approaching this point where right now is a very, very good time. If you have money, if you're an investor, you're going to purchase cryptocurrency, you're going to hold on tight to it, and you're going to sell when you make 20, 30, 40, 50, 100% profit, whatever you feel comfortable with. And that is exciting because we are at a point where, yeah, we surpassed the HEH even, but we didn't reach new scalable heights of, oh, wow, $80, $100, $150,000 like everyone was claiming. No. We just went up slightly. And that's exciting, but not really, because we know there's a hidden bull run just waiting to explode. And these bulls are ready, but they keep failing. And there's certain analyses being done by the traders, and that's fine. But ultimately, you can do all the analysis in the world, but it's these macroeconomic events that dictate what's going to happen to the markets. And right now, there's a lot of chaos going on. So we are approaching this very, very important point in time. I don't know when it's going to be, but it's soon. And we might see this explosion happen very, very nearby or later this year, but it is going to be something that we hopefully are prepared for and make a fair amount of money from. I will not be participating because I'm broke, but my bankruptcy will most likely end positively next month, and who knows, maybe then I'll be able to invest, and I'm very excited about that as well. I mean, I'm very, very positive about the situation that's been years in the making, also similar to Mt. Gox, although they waited even longer. Godspeed to them, because there might have been families impacted by Mt. Gox who people were approaching the age where, things happen and they had a lot of money invested in Mt. Gox and they lost it. And now maybe their family members are waiting for these fortunes to return. Also, quick little side note here, the SEC, Gary Gensler. And then this is where it gets into, you have to be very careful in how you report this. Project 2025, you have the loony fantasy stuff, but you also have the realistic stuff. Basically a policy that has come out that part of it has to do with cryptocurrency, a small part of it. And you're going to have a situation where you're going to be facing, as cryptocurrency, gold, a $16 trillion market. And we don't know what's going to happen in terms of politics because there's a lot of turmoil. There's a lot of chaos, as always. But there could be a situation where, due to whatever happens with Project 2025, and if you're not American, basically any policy that tries to go through, there's going to be so many people that, there's checks and balances, and it's going to be changed. And by the time it actually gets approved, if it gets approved, it's morphed into something completely different. But the part that is related to cryptocurrency, if it does go through, potentially could be very positive news. It could also go the other way, but it's a small little side note that the SEC, there's been a lot of news in relation to cryptocurrency, whether it's Project 2025 or XRP recently, or Ethereum or L2 or a bunch of other crypto projects that the SEC has tried to fight, mainly failing. It's creating a lot of pressure that ultimately is creating positive news as well. But that's where we're at right now. There's more crypto ATMs being installed as well. So a lot of small little things that are just culminating into this one larger great thing. And that is that. What happened earlier today, where there was a attempt on the former president's life, is absolutely insane. And unfortunately, a crowd member is no longer with us because of a terrible tragedy. I mean, this is just... There's zero reason violence should take place in any political arena, and it's just a very sad moment. Very sad moment. Condolences to the families that were hurt or affected, and we're thankful that nothing worse happened. But still, it's a tragedy either way, because the person lost their life. It's very sad. The entire world's watching, and it's crazy what's going on in these days. I don't know. But anyways, just wanted to throw that in, my little opinion there, my 2 cents. And, it doesn't matter what side you're leaning politically. It shouldn't take place in this world. But anyways, thanks for watching.